so I finally got here, and I got one of those shuttle services that takes you from the airport to your hotel, and he was the iconic driver. It was so hard for me not to actually laugh. He would get so angry at the traffic and yell and like throw his hands up in the air and slam on his wheel and honk the horn and scream in a language I didn't know and cut people off, and it was just like, you know, exactly what you would expect from someone driving in New York. It was great. I enjoyed it, yeah. But so I got here and finally made it, and I stepped out of my hotel and I froze. I was like, okay, now what? I'm here. I'm standing in the middle of New York City. What do I do? And literally, I stood there for like almost 10 minutes. Just confused. I knew going into this that I would be going through culture shock because I live in a town with a population of like 11,000 people. And that's nowhere near the amount of people in New York City, so I knew I was in for some culture shock, and I don't know. Now lucky for me, where is it? The little things that they put your card key, room key things in. Mine has a little map on the back. Can you see it? Probably not. The lighting. Ha ha. Oh, there. See, little map. It's got the "You Are Here" sign. And I've been living off this thing. I've to follow wherever I'm supposed to go, and yeah, I walked down to the library because it's the only building I actually recognized offhand. I mean, if I actually thought about it, I could recognize others, but offhand is, you know, library. So I went there and I people watched for a while and got attacked by pigeons. You know, I like pigeons, I really do. I think actually, my friends used to call me Pigeon, which is also another story. I'm gonna have to get back to all these stories at some point. Anyway, but yeah, I had a cookie from Starbucks, my other cup of coffee, and I had given one bird, like, one little crumb, and out of nowhere, all these pigeons came, and it's like they had like 6th sense that she has a cookie, let's go get cookie crumbs. I don't know, it was weird, but so, yeah, I finally got rid of them. And then, let's see, where did I go? I got there for a while, actually. I really like just sitting there and listening to everything and just kind of soaking it in. I know it's weird, but yeah. So I walked down to, or around to Bryant Park, which was really pretty, and I really enjoyed sitting there and just watching people. And then out of nowhere, this guy walks up to me, and there's just like, you know, hi, do you speak French? And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, you only speak English? I'm like, yeah, sorry. And then he just kind of stood there, and I'm like, now, I'm in this chair, surrounded by chairs, and like my only escape route is through him. So then he's just standing there, and the one chick that was sitting that way from me got up and left. And so I'm here with this creepy guy, and I didn't know what to do, because see, in Texas, what we would do is we would talk to them. Up here, I'm not exactly certain if that's a good idea. So I was just like, no, I only speak English. And then he stood there for a minute, and then he was like, what did he say? Oh, then he asked me my name, and I'm like, thinking, do I want to give him my name? And so I shorten it, even though it's not a very, you know, stealthy way. So I just, you know, told him that my name was Jess, which, please don't call me that. No, you can. You can call me Jess, not Jessie. Anyway, but so it was Jess, and he was like, it's nice to meet you, and I'm like, it's nice to meet you too. And then he still didn't leave, and I'm like, just go away, you're kind of really creeping me out, and I'm here, you know, doing my own thing, just leave me alone. I don't know, I could have just said that, I guess, but I can't, I don't, I don't have that mean gene in me. I can't just be mean. So anyway, so he stands there for another couple minutes, and he asks me, are you from around here? And now I'm like, I want to say yes, so like, you know, I can be like, yeah, and my brother's like 2 blocks away, and he'll kick your butt or something. But I came up with the best answer I could think of, which was, and I quote, huh? Yeah, that's what I said. Huh. And then he's like, are you from around here? And I'm like, I really don't want to tell him no, but I can't lie. So I told him the truth in one word. I just said no. And then I looked at my phone and I just like started acting like I was texting, and then he sat down like 2 chairs away from me. And I'm like, you could go away at any moment and I would be completely thrilled. But he didn't. So I texted my aunt. Sent my aunt a text. Not my mom, because had I sent my mom one, she would have like freaked out and demanded I come home immediately, which just isn't gonna happen. So I sent my aunt a text, and I was like, there's a really weird guy talking to me, can you call me, please? And then she didn't, and I'm like, who else could please call me? And then so finally she called me back like 2 minutes later. Yes, it was a very stressful 2 minutes, let me tell you. And so I answered, and she couldn't hear me, because for some reason the signal here from my phone is like serious crap. I don't get it. But so she hangs up, and she calls me back again, just as I was calling her, and I answered, and at that point, actually, the whole time she's going, hello, hello, and freaking out, I was acting like I was talking to her, and I just kind of like waved at the guy and walked away. That was my solution. Okay.